So in our last lesson, let me check what we talked about in our last lesson. Where are we? Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, we talked about indoor, outdoor activities, but before that, okay, so our last lesson was mainly about phone calls. Do you remember what to say on the phone? How to answer the phone, how to answer voice messages. Do you remember? So we talked about this.
Yes.
And we talked about what to say on the phone. And we agreed that talking on the phone is a little bit different from talking in face-to-face, right? So there are many things that we say on the phone that we don't say when we talk face-to-face. For example, we don't say, it's Suhaib. It's, you know, usually we say, I'm Suhaib. What's your name? I'm Suhaib. You're Rashid or Abdurrahman or whatever. So, but on the phone, we usually say, it's. So we say, it's Suhaib, it's Abdurrahman, it's. So this is something we don't do a lot. And maybe it's me, like Abdurrahman said last lesson, that's correct. We do that. But usually we don't use it for when we talk about ourselves, unless we're talking on the phone, of course. And we also talked about the four different things we can do on the phone. You can say who you are on the phone by using expressions like this is Suhaib, it's Suhaib, or you can say speaking. Maybe if someone asks, can I speak to Suhaib? I can say, this is Suhaib, right? Or I can say speaking. So we can do this on the phone. We can also say, can I, yes? Hannah?
It's me.
It's me. You can say it's me. No, Suhaib is not me. Suhaib is my evil twin. I have an evil twin. His name is Suhaib. But I'm not evil. Do you know what twin means?
Yes.
Twin? Yeah. This is a joke in English. They always do this. Evil twin. Do you know what it means? Evil twin?
Yeah.
So my evil twin, his name is Suhaib. Okay. That's not me. It's an evil twin. Anyway, so we talked about this in our last lesson, and we finished this last time. We did some practice, and we also started to talk about indoor activities, outdoor activities, right? So we talked about the difference between surf, windsurf, sail, ski. Remember? We finished this. We talked about that, and we also had an exercise. So you can talk about your skills, or you can talk about the things you can do. You can say, for example, I can ride a horse. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I can do. I can skim. Sorry, I can swim. I can type. I can't ski. I can't surf. I can't windsurf. I can't sail. I can't sing. I think I can cook. I can drive. I can speak another language. I can use a computer. I rode a horse before. I rode a horse twice, but I don't think I can ride a horse very well. I don't think I'm good at it, you know. I need help.
What you can cook?
I can cook rice. I can cook pasta. I can cook spaghetti with you know, with tomato sauce, and I can make a good spaghetti. I can make a bakubka, of course, like any Libyan can make a bakubka. What else? You know, simple things. I can grill chicken, meat. You know, simple things. I can't make kustu, for example. It's too difficult. But pasta with sauce, something with sauce, I can cook it. Tomato sauce, something with tomato sauce, I can do it. I can't ride a motorbike. I can't play tennis. I can play chess. I can't play a musical instrument. So, of course, this is how you talk about your abilities or skills, okay? So we finished this in our last lesson. All right, now in number 2 here, in exercise number 2, we have an advert. I don't know if you know this word. Do you know this word, advert?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what does it mean in English, advert? How can you explain the word advert? When do we use adverts? For what?
Or
For
Maybe for
subject?
describe verb.
For subject.
Describe the verb.
I think you're thinking of adverbs, right?
advert different.
You're talking about adverbs. صح اللي قال adverb we use it to describe verb صح لكن هذا الادverb. Yeah, سميحة, you're right. Adverbs are used to talk about for both مش verbs بس, verbs and adjectives. I'll give you an example. So we can say, for example, we use it for verbs and we use it for adjectives. For example, if I say, for example, John plays chess well. Do you see this last word, well?
Yes, adverb.
This is an adverb. What does it describe well?
Describe the verb.
Subject.
It actually describes plays.
The verb.
Yeah, it describes the verb.
Go,
يعني نصف طريقة لعبة. الجودة لها علاقة بلعبة. Do you get the idea? So John plays chess well.
Yes.
And in this example, we used an adverb for a verb. Here we used it well. We used it to describe or to talk about how John plays. How does he play? He plays well. He plays well.
Yes.
When we say he plays well, it means his level, upper intermediate, maybe advanced. He's a good player. But if I say here, for example, John is a good teacher, for example. John is a good chess teacher, for example, okay? So here I used good.
adjective.
It's an adjective, exactly. Because here good, it talks about teacher, about John. Yeah.
Yes.
So here good, it describes John. And John, of course, is a noun. So this is an adjective. Right? John is a noun. Now I'm going to show you how we can use an adverb to talk about an adjective. Check this example. So John is a very good chess teacher. Right? Can you see this example? John is a very good chess teacher. So,
Yes.
so here I used very. Very is an adverb. But there's no verb in this sentence, except verb to be, I mean, but there's no play or go or do. We don't have a regular verb. So actually very is used to describe good. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
So very, we used it for verbs and this means adverbs, we can use them for verbs and we can use them for adjectives. This is how we use adverbs. But here, this is another word, advert. Do you know when you're driving in the street and you see on the road an advert, Babylac or Pantene or I don't know, a Safia or these things. Do you know what that is? This is called an advert. Or when you're watching TV and then they show you Kia, I don't know, Hyundai, Nike, different things, Sony. Do you understand? and they show you that it's very nice and you can buy it, and they want you to buy something. So companies, when they want to sell you something, they usually put an advert. So an advert has information for you so you can buy it. So what's this in Arabic? Advert. What is it?
لا
بالضبط.
دعاية.
إعلان دعاية صح. Right. This is an advert, right? And sometimes they also use it in a different way. They say advert. They also say ad. ما تستعمل فيها بروحها ad بس نفس المعنى. Let me write it here. So sometimes they say ad. Sometimes they say advert. Sometimes they use the full word. Advertisement. Okay? كلها نفس المعنى. Ad, advert, advertisement. اللي هو إعلان أو دعاية. All right? Okay, now we have an advert here. So take a minute. I'd like everybody to read this advert, okay? And after you read it, I want you to answer the question. Tell me your opinion. So it says here, read the job advert. So this is an advert for a job, okay? And then I want you to tell me, would you like to do this job? Why or why not? All right. So take a minute, read this first, and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, have you finished?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Who would like this job? Who would like to take this job?
Me.
Okay, Rashid, who else? Who else wants to take this job?
No, I dislike.
You don't like this, Samiha? No, so Samiha doesn't want this job. Rashid wants it. Who else? What about you, Salma? Do you
Me.
want, Abdurrahman, do you want this job? Would you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd like to
Yes.
do this job? Okay. Okay, good. So Abdurrahman and Rashid would like to do this job. Samiha wouldn't. Salma, would you like to take this job? Would you like to do this job? What do you think of this job? What about, can you hear me, Salma?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think of this job? Would you take it? Would you do this job?
No, I don't like.
Okay, so Samiha wouldn't like it, and Salma. Hannah, would you like this job?
No.
No. Okay, let's find out why. Okay, let's start with Rashid. Why would you like to do this job?
I think it's nice and interesting, but I don't have driving
license.
Yes, and I don't know how to ride the horse.
Okay. I think for a driving license, it's not a problem. You don't need it in Libya. Nobody has a driving license in Libya. Everybody just drives. So, but maybe in Ireland, maybe you need a driving license in Ireland because this job is in Ireland, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
this is a bit of a problem. Maybe we can think of something for you. And what about Abdurrahman? Why do you like this job, Kilani? What's interesting for you about it?
Because I like adventure, especially like enjoy doing outdoor. I like.
You like outdoor activities?
Yes,
Okay.
I have a drive license, and I am friendly and helpful.
Okay, so you're also friendly and helpful.
But I can't ride.
Can you ride a horse?
No, I can't. But I can't ride a horse.
I see. Okay. All right. What about here, Selma and the other people, and Samiha? Samiha, why wouldn't you like this job? Which part you don't like about this job, Samiha? What do you think? Oops. What don't you like about this job?
I'm not good at water sport, and I don't like working with young people.
Okay.
What means water sport?
Water sport like surfing, sailing, swimming, diving, windsurfing. You know?
Okay.
These are called water sports.
Yes.
Yeah. Young people, how old do you think they are, Samiha? How old do you think young people are?
Young people, I think teenagers.
Yes.
And
teenagers.
People in 20s.
That's it. Yeah. This is the meaning here. You don't like working with young people?
No.
You like working with old people?
Just with kids.
With kids only?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the reason why you don't like this job offer. It's not interesting for you.
Yes.
Okay, good answer. Yeah. And what about you, Hannah? Why wouldn't you like this job? Why wouldn't you like to do it? What's the reason?
Like working with young people.
Do you like working with young people?
Yes.
But you said you don't want this job.
Water sports.
Do you like water sports?
No.
No, you're not good at water sports.
I don't like.
Horses? What about horses? Are you good with horses?
I don't like it.
You don't like horses? Oh, okay. So that's why you don't want this job. You don't like horses, you don't like water sports. Okay. All right, so do you want to add something?
No.
Okay. So here, this is an example of a job advert. This is the idea here. All right, so now in number 3, it says, read Melanie's reference. Do you think she's a good person for the job? Okay, now here this is something important for jobs. Have you heard of this word, reference? References. You know what this means? This word.
No.
No.
I know.
Can
What
you
do you mean?
can you explain it in English? Samiha, what references
But
mean?
I'm not sure that's the same meaning. Reference, like in the searches, we find the information from the main sources. We call it reference.
Correct.
I think.
That's correct. And the same
But-
idea is for people who work. When you want information about someone, a worker, you can check his references. It means you check his previous job, where he used to work or she used to work.
Okay.
So for example, if I have a company, okay, and I want people to work for my company, so maybe Abdurrahman and Rashid want to work. So I tell them, can you bring me some references? Can you bring me something from your previous company, from your previous work, from your old work? You get the idea?
Yes.
Rashid, you get the idea?
Yes.
So what is it in Arabic here? Reference.
مرجع.
مرجع بالضبط يعني. مرجع لعملك السابق او سيرتك السابقه يعني. لو انت اشتغلت مع شركه سابقه خبره مضبوط. وفي العاده المرجع هذا حيكون من ضمن خبرتك. شن درت في what did you do in the old company. That's why usually in Europe and the USA and in the West, it's very important that you don't get fired. Do you know why? Do you know what it means, fired? To get fired in a job, fired.
Yes.
Yeah, it means they tell you bye-bye. We don't want you anymore. This is fired. And this is a very bad thing. Do you know why? Because if you get fired, you won't get a reference. The boss or the company won't give you a good reference. You get the idea? So this means it's very hard to get a new job in the same area. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so references are very, very important in Europe and America. Libya, if your cousin is the boss, right? There's no need for anything. Just come and sit on a chair, say hi, and drink coffee, and you'll get your salary and everything. Everybody's happy.
Very easy.
It's very easy, but in Europe and America, no, it's very hard. It's hard to get a job, and moving from a job to the job is also not easy. That's why references are very important. Okay, so now we are going to read about Melanie's reference. Okay, so this means that Melanie, she wants to take this job, this Mayo Adventure Center. She wants to join the Mayo Adventure Center. So now we're going to read her reference, and we want to find out, is she a good person for the job or not? Okay, so let's read her reference and let's decide. Okay, this is her reference. This is from her old job. Okay, so take a minute. I want you to read this reference letter first, and then we can decide.
I finish it.
Okay. 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 Let's see. Selma, do you think Melanie is a good? Where's the question? Yes. Do you think she's a good person for the job? For the job of group leader here in the Mayo Adventure Center? Do you think she's a good person for the job or not a good person for the job? What do you think?
Yes, she is.
She is? Okay. Why? Why do you think she's a good person for the job? What do they want in the job? What are the things they want in the job?
Like
Uh-huh. So they want people who like working with young people. Okay. What about Melanie? Is she good with young people? What do you think? What do you think, Abdurrahman? Is she good with young people, Melanie? Can you hear me? Kilani, are you there? Rashid, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I think they had a disconnection. Okay, Rashid, you tell me, what do you think? Is she a good person for the job or not a good person for the job?
Yes. Good job. A good.
You
Good
think
choice.
she's a good choice for the job? Why? Why is she a good
Yes.
choice? Can you tell me why?
Because she's friendly and she no sports
Mhm.
and she excellent driver
Uh-huh.
and she was a leader group.
Uh-huh. She was a group leader before in another company, correct? Yeah.
And she enjoying outdoor.
Uh-huh. She also likes the outdoors. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I
And
agree.
she is faster swimmer.
She's a fast swimmer. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. What about young people? Is she good with young people? Rashid?
Yes, she good with the young people.
Where does it say she's good with young people?
She made friends easily and was popular
They
Yeah,
play guitar beautiful with
with
to the children, and
correct.
the children loved listening to her.
That's correct. Yeah. So two things. She made friends easily and she was popular with everyone. This is one point. And also the children like her because she can play the guitar beautifully and the children loved listening to her, right? So it looks like she's very good for the job, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a good choice. She's an
And
actually.
speak
What does she speak? Which language does she
fluent.
speak?
She speaks French
Yes,
fluent.
she speaks French fluently.
Yes.
Why is this important in this job, in the group leader, in the adventure center? Why do you think French is important, Sarah?
I think if there are other people from France or other people
other
talks
country.
another other country or speaks other language, she
She can talk to
She
them.
can
she can talk to them.
Yeah, and if you check the adverb, what did it say?
What?
If you go back to the advert, the Mayo leaders, the Mayo Adventure Center, what did it say in the advert?
speaks
No,
French fluent.
I don't mean what's her name? شو اسمها هي? What's her name?
Melanie.
Melanie. I'm not talking about Melanie. I'm talking about the advert here. This advert, the Mayo Adventure Center. What did
Maybe
it,
the
Yes.
country
what did it say
لا-
here?
Good at
include
language.
school groups for Europe.
From Europe.
From Europe. From Europe.
Yes, from Europe.
So maybe there's a school that comes from France to join the Adventure Center, right? So if a school group comes from France and Melanie speaks French, this is very good, right? So maybe if the children or the young people from the school group, they can't speak English, she can talk to them. She can speak to them, right? In French.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So this is the idea here. They just want you to understand how, you know, how jobs work and how you can take a job and how you can apply for a job and how you can provide a reference from your old job, okay? Now, let's move to number 4 here. Let's talk a little bit about adverbs and adjectives. All right. So here it says, look at this sentence. Then complete the rules with adverbs or adjectives. All right, Hannah, can you read this sentence, please? The blue sentence.
Okay. We use
No,
we
the
use
blue sentence. Hannah.
adjective
This one.
to she speaks French fluently
Fluently.
and is an unity and excellent driver.
And
We use adjective driver. We use adjective to describe noun. They usually come before the noun.
Okay. And the second rule, what does it say?
We use adverb to describe verb. They usually come after the verb.
Okay. So can you show me in the blue sentence, can you show me where the noun is? So excellent, this is the adjective. Where's the noun that it's describing? Where's the noun?
She speaks French. Noun she.
No, here I'm talking about. Just a second. Excellent. Can you see excellent, Hannah? Can you see excellent?
Yes.
Okay, so excellent is the adjective.
I see.
What is the noun that excellent is describing? يعني وين الnoun اللي توصف فيه كلمة excellent?
Driver.
Exactly.
Driver مش verb.
No, driver is a person. Drive من غير
Right.
drive بروحها verb.
Okay.
drive يقود لو نستعملها هكذا. This is a verb.
Okay.
لكن driver اللي هو الشخص صح زي teach teacher الآر هذه الإي آر في الآخر عادة تغير الverb تخليه noun ويبدأ اللي هو الشخص نفسه مثلا drive driver write writer act actor teach teacher وهكذا.
Okay. A noun driver.
Yes, exactly.
The adjective before driver.
Correct. Yes, that's correct. So driver is the noun. هذا اللي نقوله أسلوب الحين. So driver is the noun. So according to you, it says we use adjectives to describe nouns. And you said we use adverbs to describe verbs, and this is also correct. Now where's the adverb is fluently, and the verb, correct. The verb is speaks.
Adverb after the verb.
Which is after? The verb or the adverb?
The adverb after verb.
Correct. Yes, usually the adverb is after the verb, right? But for adjectives and nouns, it's the opposite. The adjective is usually before the noun. طبعا هذا على عكس اللغة العربية. احنا ديما الموصوف قبل الاسم، قبل الصفة. right? احنا ما نقولوش ممتاز سواق، نقولوا سواق ممتاز. سائق جيد. ما نقولوش جيد سائق. صح ولا؟ So it's always the opposite in English. In English, we use the adjective, the صفة قبل الموصوف. Excellent driver, good driver, bad driver, fast driver, right? In Arabic, of course, it's the opposite. سائق جيد, سائق سيء, سائق سريع, سائق بطيء, وهكذا. All right? Okay, so very good, Hannah. Yes, this is correct. This is how we use adjectives to describe nouns, and this is how we use adverbs to describe verbs. All right, now in exercise B, part B, it says, look at the adverbs and adjectives in bold in the letter. Which nouns or verbs do they describe? Okay, this is a good question. We want to use these rules, and we want to do it in the letter. So let's go to the letter. And let's find all the adjectives, all the adverbs, and let's find what they're describing. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, now it's easier like this. Okay, so let's start here. She worked for our outdoor center last summer and was a very hard worker. Where's what do we have here? What's
very hard?
Hard.
Yes.
Hard.
Adjective.
Hard is the adjective.
Yes. Worker is the noun.
Worker is the noun. Very good. So let's use, I'm going to use a red box for adjectives. And
Easily.
Hard worker.
She made friends easily.
She made friends easily. Is this an adjective or is it an
Adverb.
An adverb.
Because describe made.
Adverb.
Yes. Okay, for adverbs, let's use the blue box, blue circle. This is an adverb. And was a popular group leader. What's popular?
Adjective.
Correct. It's an adjective. Popular is an adjective. Where's the noun?
Group.
Group.
Correct.
Leader.
Yeah. Okay. After we finish the adverbs and adjectives, let's find the noun and verbs. نطلع الadverbs and adjectives only. All right. What about here? She can sail very well. What's well?
Adverb.
Right. Well is an adverb. What's the verb of well?
Good.
Sail.
Well.
Good.
The verb, yeah, Abdurrahman.
Well.
Sail.
Adverb.
Sail. Very good.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. What about
That's
good? What's good? Adverb, adjective. What is it?
Good. Adverb.
Adjective.
Yes. Good is an adjective.
Yes.
What does it describe?
Describe the noun.
Windsurf.
Windsurfer.
صح, windsurfer. It describes windsurfer, which is a noun. Good.
Okay.
What about fast?
Adjective.
Fast.
Adjective.
Yes,
Adjective.
correct. Fast is an adjective. Yes.
Describe swimmer.
It describes the swimmer. Correct.
Yes.
Beautifully.
What's beautifully? Is it an
Adverb.
adverb or adjective?
Adjective. Adverb.
Adverb.
Yes, it's an adverb. Why? Why is it? I mean, what does it describe?
After the verb. Go after the verb.
Yeah, but
Describe the verb.
what's the verb that it describes? Where is
Play.
Play.
play? Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Excellent. Nice. Okay, she speaks
Lovely.
French fluently. What's this?
Love-
Adverb, adjective?
Adverb.
Correct.
Adverb.
Adverb.
Correct. Correct. And which verb does it describe?
Speaks.
Speaks.
Nice. Nice. And then we have excellent driver. What's excellent?
Adjective.
Adjective.
Good. And what does it describe?
Driver.
Driver.
The noun. Drive.
Yeah, it describes the noun drive. Okay, now let's find the nouns. هنشرح nouns. So very hard worker. Where's the noun of hard? Where's the
Work.
noun of hard?
Worker.
Worker.
Correct. That's correct. This is the noun.
Worker.
Worker.
Yes, very good. What about popular? Where's the noun that popular is describing?
Group.
Group leader.
I think group leader together. Yeah, group leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leader.
Yeah, but that leader is group leader. Okay. What about good? Where's the noun of good?
Windsurfer.
Yes,
Windsurfer.
good windsurfer. Correct. What about fast?
Swimmer.
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 Yeah,
One.
correct. This is the noun. Windsurfer, swimmer. Correct. What about excellent? What's the noun of excellent?
Driver.
Driver.
Right. Okay, now let's look for the verbs of the adverbs. Let's look for the verbs. Easily, what's
Speaks. No.
Easy.
Friends.
Easy.
Made.
Made.
French.
Made.
Made. Made.
yeah,
Made. Yes. Made.
that's correct. Yes, this is our verb. Made. Stupid mouse. Okay, made. Yeah. Come on. Yes. Okay. What about well?
Sail.
Yeah.
Sail.
Yes.
Sail.
Yes, she can sail very well. Good. And beautifully. What can she do
Play.
beautifully?
Play.
Play.
That's correct. She can play beautifully. She can play the guitar beautifully. And what can she do fluently?
Speak.
Speaks.
Speaks.
Yeah, she speaks French fluently. Good, very nice. Okay, excellent. So now we found all the adjectives and the nouns they are describing, and all the adverbs and the verbs they are describing. بالنسبة للadverbs لو بتخمموا فيهم بطريقة هو بالعربي في اللي يقولوا في اللي يقول لك ترجمتهم حال. يعني الحق ما نعرفش النحو بالعربي بالضبط شنو حال ولا مش حال. I'm not sure. لكن اللي نعرفه بالليبي هيك بالفلاقي كيف تضبط الادفيرب من الادجكتيف اللي هي
سؤال
قصه
ديره.
تقدر تديرها بسؤال وتقدر تديرها حتى هي قصه مثلا اللي هي بالليبي احنا نقولوا بي مثلا she made friends easily دارت اصحاب بسهوله فهمت كيف الفكره؟
يس.
مثلا she can sail well تقدر تبحر بشكل جيد
ما هو السؤال كيف هي بحرت؟
كيف تبحر أو
الإجابة تكون بسهولة
مثلا صح. فهي قصة البي وطريقة عمل الفعل وطريقة ديرانها للشيء هذا هو الادفيرب in English. أكيد هو في مقابل ليه في النحو العربي.
حال نفسه.
أعتقد حال صح ولا؟ الحال نستعمل فيه في
نعم
الأفعال.
حالة.
الحال نستعمل فيه للأفعال احنا في العربي وزي هيك نفس الطريقة. اوكي. لو نفسها معناها اذا نفسها لكن لو بدي اراها مثلا حتى بالليبي هيك يمشي الحال. speaks fluently تتكلم بطلاقة. So this is how we can use adverbs. Okay, I have a question here. Okay, so for example, okay. So what happened here?
Adjective now.
Which one is adjective?
First Since
First,
First
Right,
sentence
that's
is
adjective.
adjective, and second sentence is adverb.
Correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
So this means fast. It can work in
in
both.
verb.
It's
Irregular.
no, I mean the word fast. It can be an adjective and an adverb, right? It depends. It depends how you use it. Do you get the idea?
Okay.
So it can be
Yes.
both. So in the first sentence, fast, it's an adjective. زي ما قلتوا صح? In the first example, it's an adjective. But in the second example, it's an adverb. Do you get the idea?
Okay.
Yes.
Here. Because usually أنا أعطيكم فكرة ثانية قصة الادverbs. خلينا ناخذ بالمثال من هنا. Okay, let's use this one. So she's what do you notice in the second example, this one?
Fluently go adverb and adjective.
Very good. So fluent here, it's an adjective, and
Yes.
fluently
Adverb.
is an adverb. Okay, I'm going to show you another example. What do you notice here? What about this example?
Number quick number one adjective.
Adjective.
Correct.
Adverb.
Yes.
Adverb.
Okay, شو اللي حطوا لحد توا قصة quickly, fluently, beautiful, beautifully.
الواي.
اوكي، تو معناها اكتشفنا pattern، اكتشفنا نمط.
الواي.
الواي بصفة عامة تلقى كلمة فيها الواي تقدر تقول 99% انها هي adverb. الغالب هي adverb. Quick, quickly, fluent, fluently, beautiful, beautifully, easy, easily.
Right? Good will.
Good well طبعا في لي irregular صح، وfast زي ما هي ما تتغيرش، لكن الغالب نفسهم excellent, excellently. شبه اغلب الادجكتيفز عندهم صوره كادجكتيف وصوره كادفيرب، واللي فيها الواي هي اللي حتكون في الغالب ادفيرب. هذا ما حتنقول قدام يعني كلام حيركزوا لكم عليه اكثر، لكن من تو تقدروا تظبطوها. ديما لاحظها احنا كل الادفيربز هنا كان فيهم ممكن الوحيده اللي ما كانتش فيها الواي اللي هي well بس لانها تعتبر نوعا ما irregular هي. حتى في الادجكتيف لما اخذناها كانت irregular. لا قصدي ندوي على good better best. حتى في الادجكتيفز هي irregular. فنفس القصه حتى في الادفيرب irregular تعتبر. But I'm talking about adverbs. لو تركزوا في الادverbs كلهم فيهم ly استثناء easily, beautifully, fluently. All right. So in general, if you find ly, it's probably الغالب حيكون adverb. Okay. All right. So now we know how to use adverbs with verbs, and we know how to use adjectives. طبعا هنا في نقطة إضافية هم غير ما خشوش فيها اللي تكلمت لكم عليها في بداية الحصة عن الادفيرب يمشي حتى مع الادجكتيف. Right?
Yes.
Let me show you. وهنا موجود عندنا حتى في القطعة. This one. Can you see this one? Can you see very?
باقي قلت very good.
Yeah, very hard worker. Very
Very hard, yes.
very في الحقيقة عبارة عن
Describe
adverb.
the hard.
يعني وضحت لنا درجة الهارد. أما مش غير hard worker بس هي.
Yes.
Very hard worker or really hard worker, for example. Right?
يعني very describe the hard and the hard
بالضبط.
describe the work.
Yes, exactly. الفيري في الحقيقة تعود عليه الهارد، تعود عليه الادجكتيف نفسه، والهارد تعود على الوركر، يعني هي أصلا adjective hard. So hard is for the worker. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
طبعا هذه ملحوظة زايدة مش ضمن حصة اليوم، لأن هنا عاطينكم مركزين لكم على الادverbs for verbs، وهذا بس اللي يهمنا. هذه بالنسبة للادفيرب اللي يجي مع الادجكتيف ما يهمناش، مش موضوعنا. بس أكثر واحدة شائعة فيهم ممكن الفيري. very good. أنت لما تقول it's very good أنت تستعمل adverb في وصف adjective. It's very good. It's very hot today. يعني هذه جمل بسيطة عامة. It's very hot. It's very cold. I'm very tired. I'm very tired. I'm very sleepy. I'm very hungry. في كل الأمثلة هذه أنت استعملت very اللي هي adverb, and we used it with an adjective. Okay. Okay, let's do more exercises. Let's zoom out. Let's go. Okay, so we finished this. Okay, part C. Write the adverbs. Okay. It says write the adverbs for these adjectives. What are the spelling rules? Which adverb is irregular? Okay, so what's the adverb of beautiful? What's the adverb?
Beautifully.
Beautifully. Yeah. What do we add?
ly.
Just ly.
Why?
There's also
Just
an L.
Y.
Just
ly.
Y? I think that's double L, right?
Double L يعني.
Double
Another
L. So it means we add another L
Okay, huh?
and Y, because beautifully has two L's.
Right.
Beautifully. What about fluent? What's the adverb of fluent?
Fluently.
ly.
Yeah, we add ly, fluently, correct. Easy, what's the adverb of easy?
Easy.
Easily.
Easily, right?
I-L.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a spelling change, right? We remove the Y and we put ILY, correct?
Yeah.
Here, look at easily how it's written. EASILY, right? What about good?
Yeah.
What's the adverb of good?
Well,
Well. All right. Okay, now let's take a look at the summary. Let's take a look and let's see if there's any extra information. Let's see. Okay. All right, can you see this?
yes.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the table. Okay, the first part is clear. The two rules تكلمنا عليهم واضحات. Now let's take a look at the table. This is the spelling rule table. Let's talk about this. So it says most adverbs. For most adverbs, what do we do?
Add ly.
Yes. Most of them we just add ly. That's it. Beautiful, beautifully. Fluent, fluently. Bad, badly. Right? We just add ly. For adjectives which end with a y, we make a little some changes. we change the Y to I, and then we add ly. Right? Easy, easily. Happy, happily. Okay? And we also have irregular adverbs. Can you see the irregular adverbs? Good, well. Fast, fast. Hard, hard. Okay, who can give me an example using hard as an adjective and as an adverb? Who can do that? I want you to use it as an adverb and as an adjective. Who would like to try? Rashid, Selma.
I can try.
Okay, go ahead. You can try.
It's hard to drive a bus.
Okay, let's write this. It's hard to drive a bus. Okay. So here you used hard. How did you use it? As an adverb or as an adjective?
Adjective. Adjective.
It's an adjective?
Adverb.
I think it's an adverb, right?
Hard to drive.
Because I think you used it to talk about drive, right? Okay, think of another example. Let's leave this. Think of your second example.
It's an adverb.
Yeah, I think it's an adverb here.
Yes.
كان الأول adverb لأن الهارد يوصف طريقة السواقة نفسها.
Drive, yes.
Yeah. Okay, can you think of another example? Rashid?
Doctor,
Yes?
studies.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Rashid?
No.
أيوة.
Okay, let me give you an example and I want you to tell me if it's an adverb or if it's an adjective. Can you hear me? صوتي واضح ولا مش واضح؟
Yes, clear.
Yes, it's clear. Okay. ممكن راشد النت بتاعه ضعيف. Yes, ممكن راشد النت عندك ضعيف صوتك غير واضح. Okay. Okay, what about these two examples?
First is adjective and second is adverb.
Correct. Yeah. So the second one is an adverb, right? They hit the ball hard. We're describing the way they hit the ball. So okay, can you translate the both examples, Samiha?
Okay, the exam was very hard. يعني الامتحان كان صعب.
صح.
They hit the ball hard. يعني هو ضرب الكرة بقوة يعني.
Yes. هني الهارد اللي هي بالعادة ما تترجمش نفسها.
hard ما في.
بتولي بقوة أيوة. Okay. So this is the idea. So in general بصفة عامة نقدر نقول القاعدة الذهبية is قصة ال ly. الغالبية العظمى حينطبق عليهم موضوع ال ly. Okay. So if you see ly at the end of a word, الغالب أنها هي adverb. Okay. So this is an easy way to spot an adverb. If you see ly, it's probably an adverb. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we can go back. I think we have more exercises there. So we checked the summary here. All right, so on the left side, number 5, we have some adverbs. Okay, let's write the adverbs here in next size, number 5. So quickly. What about happy?
Happily.
Happy.
Happy, what's the adverb?
Happy.
And what's the spelling? Who can give me the
Happily.
spelling? What about the spelling?
HAPPY
Uh-huh.
L-Y.
I. Yes, what's after?
LY.
Correct.
I-L-Y.
I-L-Y, that's correct. Happily, I-L-Y. Because the rule says if the adjective has a Y, we remove the Y and we put I, and then we add the I-L, then we add L-Y. I-L-Y is the ending. All right. Now, what about fast? What's the adverb of fast?
I think fast.
It's the same, right?
Yes.
Fast, fast. What about slow?
Slowly.
Slowly. So you can say, my brother drives slowly, right?
Yes.
Or many students write slowly. Good. Careful?
Carefully.
Carefully.
Correct. Carefully. What about the spelling?
Double L. Add
Double L.
another L.
Double L. Y.
Yes. Quiet. What's the adverb of quiet? So for example,
what?
if the adverb of quiet,
Hard.
Quiet.
yeah, what's the adverb?
Quiet. Quietly.
What do you think? If we want to talk about cats, we can say cats walk بهدوء. نقولها بصمت من غير دوشة.
Quietly.
Correct. It's a regular adverb, عادي. Quietly, just add ly. Correct, Hannah. Quietly, quietly. Cats walk quietly or silently. What about bad? What's the ad? Badly. Badly is correct.
Badly.
Yeah. All right. I'd like you to think of some examples. I want just two examples, 2 sentences. Just 2 sentences using these examples. Selma, can you give me 2 sentences using these adverbs? Any 2 sentences you want. Who can use 2 adverbs here to make a sentence?
I will try it.
Okay, go ahead.
I make a cake very fast.
Okay, I make cakes very fast.
And I examine my patient very carefully.
Good. And I examine my patients very carefully. Good examples. All right. Yeah. What about you, Hannah? Can you think of 2 examples from this list?
I speak very faster.
I speak very fast.
I I walk very fast.
I walk very fast. نفسها fast. حاول تدوري حاجة تانية. Use another adverb هنا.
I listen music slowly.
I think هنا ممكن أنت قصدك I listen to slow music صح؟ أنت لما تقولي I listen to music slowly معناها كأنك قلتي أني نسمع الموسيقى ببطء. فهمتي الفكرة؟ لكن
quickly.
I listen to music quickly حتى هي كأنك قلتي بالعربي أني نسمع الموسيقى بسرعة. يعني أنت بس ما وصفتيش نوع الموسيقى، أنت وصفتي طريقة استماعك للموسيقى.
I can think quickly.
كويس. This is a good example. I think quickly. هيك تمام. هيك تصفي في عملية تفكيرك. إن عملية تفكيرك سريعة. I think quickly. Or you can say, for example, my friend walks quietly. Right? Or for example, she talks slowly. My teacher talks slowly. يتكلم ببطء.
She go work happily.
She goes to work happily. Good. It means she's a happy person. تخدم بطريقة بشوشة أو سعيدة. طريقة عملها ما نصفوش في الموظفة نفسها، نصفه في طريقة عملها. She works happily. Right? She works happily. It means she enjoys her job. She does it in a happy way. Okay? Good example. Rashid, can you think of 2 examples using these adverbs?
Okay. The exam was hard and my answers was bad.
Okay. هنا أنت استعملت adjectives. You didn't use adverbs. I want you to use adverbs. Can you see the adverbs here? أنت ممكن.
Yes.
Okay. So you have happily, fast, slowly, carefully, quietly, badly. Can you use any sentence from these? Just one. Use one sentence. Can you use slowly in a sentence, Rajat?
No.
من عندكم في العائلة يسوق بشوية؟ ما يجريش يعني.
My grandma.
Okay. So you can say ترى قولي أنا جد حناي يعني تسوق ببطء. كيف حتقولها؟ How do you say?
My grandma drives slowly.
صح. That's it. Correct. My grandma drives slowly. Right? Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is the idea. This is how we use adverb. All right, now let's do number 6. Number 6, we want to choose the words, the correct words, okay? Selma, you can do number 2, Selma, here.
Okay.
Okay, I can't hear you. Can you speak to the mic, please? Okay, we can't hear you. Selma, talk to the microphone. Remove the microphone. ممكن المشكلة في الميكروفون.
Okay.
Okay, now it's okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's a much better. Yeah, it's much better. Can you repeat your answer
Okay.
again?
I usually sleep quite badly.
All right, nice. Okay. All right, Rashid, can you do number 3?
I work very hard.
Okay, correct. All right, Samiha, can you do number 4?
I always do my English homework very carefully.
Nice. Hannah, number 5.
I am bad driver.
Okay. And Salma, number 6.
I speak more than one language fluent, fluently.
Correct. Fluently. Very good. And Rashid, number 7.
I am very well cook.
Okay. Now, cook. Here, cook. Is it a verb or is it a noun? Cook. What do you think? Verb or
Noun.
noun? Correct. So, and with nouns, do we use adverbs or do we use adjectives with nouns? What do we use?
We use nouns. We use adverbs.
With nouns, do we use adjectives or do we use adverbs?
Adverb.
لو مثلا بنقولوا أحمد طالب جيد. How do you say that? أحمد طالب جيد. How do you say it?
Ahmed, a good student.
Ahmed, yeah, can you say it again? Ahmed is
Is a good student.
correct. صح. Ahmed is a good student. Very good. So here, because student is a noun, هي طالب, so we use the adjective good, right? Because Ahmed is a noun. Sorry, I mean good is the adjective, and we use the good to talk about the student, right? So Ahmed is a good student. So student is the adjective here. Cook. Cook here.
Chef, like a chef.
Like a chef, yeah. Cook here, because in English, cook, it can be a noun and it can be a verb. So if I say, for example, here, I can cook pasta, and my mom is a great cook. Which one is a verb and which one is a noun? Cook. What do you think?
The first one, verb.
Correct. So first one is a verb. Good.
The second one is adjective.
But I mean the second one. What's the adjective, Salma?
Great.
Great is the adjective, صح? Great is the. But I'm talking about the second cook. What is it? Is it a verb or a noun? It's a noun.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You get the idea, Rashid.
Yes.
المشكلة في الكلمة نفسها في cook تمشي هيك وكذا على حسب مكانها. أنت باش تعرفها ما تقدرش تعرفها إلا من مكانها. So it could be a noun, it could be a verb. So in number 7, is it a noun or is it a verb? What do you think? بالنسبة لcook. هل في رأيك هي noun ولا صح؟ ولو كانت noun معناها هل حنستعملوا لها are we going to use an adverb or an adjective if it's a noun?
Adjective.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Which one is an adverb and which one is an adjective? well and good. Which one is an adverb? Which one is an adverb?
Well, adverb and a good adjective.
Correct, that's correct. So which one should we use for cook? Which one?
Good.
Correct, yeah, that's correct. لكن لو مثلا جانا المثال نقلب لك المثال مثلا like this. Okay, what's the correct option here? I cook very well or I cook very good. What is the correct answer?
Well.
Very good. Why did we use well here, Rashid? Why? هي صح إجابتك, but why?
Cook verb.
Yes. In this example, we used cook as a verb. We didn't use it as a noun. We used it as a verb. All right? Okay. Now, here, I think it's clear, the idea. Change the sentences to make
About number 3, Doctor.
Yeah, number 3.
Why you are not hardly?
Hardly has another meaning. It's not an adjective, hardly. If you remember, the rule, but it's a good question, Samiha. Let me take you to the rule. 142. Okay, here, if you check, what does the rule say? Hard, right? Can you see it? So hard is actually the adjective and hard is the adverb. It's the same. Do you see it?
Where are you, Doctor?
Here, can you see it? Let me put a line. Can you see the table?
Yes.
Can you see hard?
Okay, hard.
So, okay, let's take a look. Okay. Samiha, can you read the 3 examples? Can you see
He hit the ball with his hard
head?
Hard hit. He hit the ball hard with his hard hit. He hardly hit the ball with his hard hit.
Okay. So the first sentence, let's take a look at the first sentence. Hard, what is it here? Is it a verb? Is it an adverb? Is it what is it?
Is adjective. Describe the head.
Correct. The first hard is an adjective because it's describing the head, right? Okay. Now here, the second sentence, he hit the ball hard. What's this hard?
It's adverb.
Why is it an adverb?
Describe the way of hit the ball.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. What about the next one with his hard head?
Same, the first it's adjective.
Yeah, that's nice, correct. Okay, last example. He hardly hit the ball. We have something new here. What does this mean? He hardly hit the ball.
Not very well, I think.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
Not very good player.
You're very close. Okay, in Arabic, what is it? He hardly hit the ball. He hardly hit the ball.
بالكاد يعني إنه هو.
That's it. Yes. This is the meaning. This is the meaning of hardly. بالكاد. So it has a hardly مخالفة للكلام اللي كنا ندو فيه. Hardly ما هياش لها معنى ثاني. It's an adverb but it's different. رغم انها adverb هي لكن مش الادفيرب الكلاسيكي يعني. Because we also use it in adverbs of frequency لو تتذكروا. Do you understand? Do you remember? Sometimes, always, often. Do you remember those?
Yes.
So when we say, for example, I hardly ever wake up at 6 o'clock. What does this mean? When you say, I hardly ever wake up at 6 o'clock, at 6 a.m. What's the meaning? What do you think? Rashid, what do you think the meaning is? I hardly ever wake up at 6 a.m.
من الصعب النهوض الساعة 6 الصبح.
Okay, let me give you another example. Okay. Example. Okay, Rashid, when I say I always wake up at 6 a.m., this means 100% of the time, right? Every day. If you say I always wake up at 6 o'clock, every day, right? So this is 100% of the time. Do you get the idea? يعني نسبة استيقاظك الساعة 6 خلال الأسبوع 100%. أنا كل يوم حتفيق الساعة 6, right?
وهاردلي مش ديما.
أنت قربت الحقيقة صح. I never صفر. ما فيش ولا يوم تفيق في الساعة 6. But if you say I hardly ever معناها ممكن يوم واحد في الأسبوعين ممكن. Do you get the idea? So maybe
yes.
maybe 10%. حاجة ما تديرش فيها هلبة. Give me an example of something that you don't do a lot. Think of any verb, anything that you don't do a lot. Can you give me an example?
I hardly study every day.
Okay, I hardly study every day, but maybe you don't need to say every day. You can say I hardly study at night. مثلا لو عندك فترة ما تقراش فيها. I hardly study in the week. Right? خلال الأسبوع. Or I hardly study at home. Do you get the idea, Rashid? فهنا hardly تعتبر بالكاد.
Yes.
So here يعني حاجة شبه ما تديرش فيها. يا دوب تدير فيها. قريب 0%، غربش 0، يعني أكثر شوي. Okay. So here in the third example, he hardly hit the ball with his hard head. ممكن كانت مباراة، ممكن حد فصل الكرة راسية صح؟ لكن هو ما لحقش عليها، دوب ما مست راسه. You get the idea. So this is the meaning. He hardly hit the ball. يعني بالكاد لحق على الكرة ما مسهاش. يعني في الحقيقة رقم 2 و3 معاكسات لبعض opposites. Because here رقم 2
يعني هي hardly دكتور.
he hit the ball hard. مثال الثاني right? He hit the ball hard. معناها ضربها بقوة. لكن الثانية يا دوبك ما مست راسه. He hardly hit the ball. Sorry سميحة, what's your question?
يعني هي في الأساس مش نفس الكلمة، يعني هي الأدفيرب بتاع الادجكتيف hard هي hard نفسها
صح.
لكن hard هي another meaning.
hardly رغم انها hardly حتى هي adverb لكن معنى ثاني. تعطي معنى بالكاد. تعطي معنى بالكاد، معنى ثاني تعطي، مش نفس ما تعطيش معنى القوة زي hard أو الصلابة، يعني معنى ثاني. اللي هي معنى بالكاد يدور. That's why we use it. لو تتذكروا الدرس هذا كان اسمه Adverbs of Frequency. ما أعرفش تتذكروا في اسم الدرس.
Yes, we discussed this before.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Adverbs of Frequency. لأنه هم من اسمهم هم Adverbs لكن وظيفتهم للتكرار. For frequency. Adverbs of Frequency. لتكرار الأشياء. Okay, now I think we can do the review. We have a nice review. Let's go to review. Okay. Now here it says write 2 words or phrases. Okay, so here number 1, let's do number 1. So here it says write 2 words or phrases that go with these verbs. So here number 1 we have a group of verbs from number 1 to 7. Sign, write, write to, answer, take, work for or work in, and go to. So we want to use words or phrases to complete these verbs. Okay, so I'd like you to think about this. I'm going to go for a minute and quickly be right back. So I want you to think of this, okay? And we can check them together, all right?
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, so we have sign a contract. Sign, what else do we sign? We sign contracts, we sign... Mhm. Do we sign anything else? I think we sign autographs, لكن ما أعتقدش هذا خليناه في الدرس autograph. We sign. Okay, let's leave sign. What about write? What do we write?
Write
Notes.
message.
We write messages. Yeah. What else do we write? Messages, correct?
Later.
Letters. We
Notes.
write notes. We write letters. Correct.
Contract.
Do we write contracts? I think we sign contracts. We don't write contracts. We sign them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about write to? Who do we write to?
Write to company.
We write to a company. Yeah. You can write to a friend.
What's mean sign?
Sign, توقيع, sign.
Sign the verb.
Sign a paper, sign a contract, sign a check. We also sign checks, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Checks. Usually if you want to use a check, you have to sign it. A check. So we also sign check. We also sign checks. Right? We write to companies, we write to friends, we write to family members.
Write
to customer.
We write to customers,
Uh-huh.
correct? Maybe if you work in a company, you can also write to customers. That's also correct.
Mhm.
We answer. What do we answer?
Answer.
Message.
We answer messages. I think we answer. What do we answer? The phone. We answer the phone and we answer another thing.
Question, for example.
We answer
Answer
questions.
think. Answer
Yeah.
think.
We answer
Song.
songs.
Mhm.
Do we answer songs?
Yes.
تقصدي song أغاني؟
Uh-huh.
كيف تقدر تجاوبي أغنية؟
Okay. Answer. Listen.
You can answer a question. You can answer an email.
Listen. Question.
Answer a
question.
message.
You can answer a voice message. I think you don't answer a voice message. You listen to a voice message. Answer هنا بمعنى ترد أو جاوب. So you can answer a question. You can answer an email. You can answer a phone call. This is what we answer usually. What about take? What do we take?
Take report.
Take photos.
We can take photos,
Take reporters.
Take a money.
take money, but I think here we're talking about the office. السياق أعتقد كلها لها علاقة بالمكتب. We can take.
Take message.
We can take a message if someone لو اتصل بك حد يبي شخص ثاني والشخص الثاني غير موجود. You can take a message. تكتب الرسالة باش تعطيها للشخص.
We can take letters.
I think we can take notes, right, Rashid? We can take notes.
Take reporters.
Do we take? I think we write reports. We don't take them, right? Take. I think the best thing. أفضل شيء نستعملوها لتake اللي هي take a photo, and the other one take notes. Take a photo, take notes. This is how we use take. What about work for and work in?
Work for company.
We work for a company, correct? And we work in
home.
office.
We work in an office. We work in an office. If you want to use home, we have to use at. We work at home.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Right? So I work at home.
Work in a group.
Work in a group. That's okay. Work in a group, work in an office, work in a factory, work in a bank, work for a company, work for a newspaper, maybe, work for a TV channel. That's okay.
For a job. Work for a job.
No, we go to a job. We go to actually with job, we don't use it in this example. We can say we go to work, go to work, go to the office, right? Go to work, go to the office. These are just examples. I think here we have them in number 9. Let me check them very quickly. Let me show you some examples of how to use these verbs, because these are important verbs. Let me show you here. Oops, not here. 9.1. Okay, here it is. Contract, meeting. لا هنا مش مجاوبينهم. Let's go back. Okay, let's check the lesson itself. Can you see it here? Do you remember it? This one, part B. Let me quickly write the answers again just to remind you. Do you remember this? So we say write reports, write letters, right? Number 2, we answer the phone and we answer emails. We take messages and we take notes. We sign contracts, we sign letters. Remember, like the reference letter, the one about Melanie, اللي كنا نقرأ فيها. Do you remember it? It was signed at the bottom. نعرفش لو ركزتوا كانت موقعة. لما نرجع غادي نوريها لكم. So we sign letters. الرسائل الرسمية كلها عادة فيها توقيع. Contracts, letters, we sign them. We work for a company. We work in an office. We work at home. We go to meetings. We go to conferences. We go to meetings. We go to conferences. We write to a customer. We write to a company. Yeah. طبعا هنا في احتمالات أكثر أكيد. لكن بالنسبة للسياق متاع الدرس اللي هو كان سياقه كلها مكتبي ليه علاقة بالعمل يعني. These are the correct answers. Okay. All right. Let me show you the letter. Let's look at the letter here. Can you see the letter? Can you see the signature? It's signed, right?
Yes.
Can you see this? This is a signature. So we sign letters and we sign contracts. All right, let's check the next one here. All right, draw 6 people doing different activities and blah, blah. not important. We can skip number 2. Number 3. Okay, this is nice. Here we have present continuous. So let's have a conversation, okay? So we have mom and Jim, and we have dad. Excuse me. Okay, so Selma, you can be mom, and
Yeah.
Rashid, you can be Jim, and maybe Hannah, you can be dad, and then we can change.
Okay.
All right, so mom, you can start.
Jim, can you help me?
Sorry, mom, I am doing my homework.
What is your sister doing?
She is she's having a shower.
And what are Gray and Sam doing?
They playing football.
Again, Rashid.
Uh,
Can you repeat, Rashid, your part?
They are playing football.
Yes, they're playing football.
But dad is not doing anything.
Dad, Hannah?
Yes, I am. I reading the paper. The paper.
Okay. I'm reading. Good. You know, it's just a revision of present continuous, not too hard. Okay, good. Okay, so here we have some traveling verbs in exercise number 4. Hannah, so the first one is fly. What's the second verb? All of these verbs are for traveling.
Yeah, easily.
No, we want a verb for traveling. من درس المواصلات, this one.
Easy.
No.
Easily.
No. Easily is not a verb. We want a verb, أفعال. لا علاقة بالمواصلات. And here أنت لازم بترتب الحروف ما عاطينها لك ملخبطة. You get the idea? You have to make a
نعرف اللي
word.
بعدها.
Okay, اللي بعدها دي اللي بعدها عادي.
Drive.
Correct. Good. Okay. أي واحدة تانية تقدر تدير واحدة تانية. Can you do another one?
Easy. Easy.
No.
Way.
Which one are you doing? أما رقم.
Walk.
Walk, correct.
No.
Number 5, صح? Walk is correct. Walk is correct. Okay.
Take the train. The train.
Yes. Take the train.
Take the
train. Like, please. Sign. No. What about Samiha? Can you find number 2 and number 4?
Number 4 is sail, I think.
Sail. أنت قلتي ممكن قلتها صح غير ما نطقتيها صح يا قلتي sail أنت قلتها هيك بشكل هذا.
اوكي.
اوكي.
نطق
نطق
غلط.
لكن قلتها معنا. اوكي نطق سميحة حاطته لك صح. sail صح. Okay, what about number 2? سميحة, can you give us number 2? Selma, number 2. Cycle. Cycle. Correct. Cycle is correct. Okay, now let's try to do this as a verb and as a noun. Change them. For example, you can say fly or go by plane. What about cycle?
Cycle.
Go on.
Cycle.
Go by?
Bicycle.
By?
Bicycle.
Bike or bicycle, right? So you can say cycle or you can say go by bike. Cycle, go by bike. Drive,
Bike.
go by?
Go by.
Go by car, right?
Or bus.
Or bus. عادة بالنسبة للدرايف معناها سيارتك الخاصة. أنا عادة go by car. يعني أنت اللي حتسوي, right? What about sail? We say?
By.
Go by boat.
Go by boat.
Boat, yeah, go by boat. Correct. What about walk?
Go on foot.
Go by feet.
Go on.
Correct. صح.
Go on.
Go on foot. Go on foot. هي المختلفة عليهم استثناء ولا؟ Go on foot. Right. Go on foot. What about take the train?
Go by train.
Go by train. Go by train. All right. So.
Doctor, drive and ride have same meaning. Same
What?
use.
Which one?
Drive and ride.
How? What's the spelling?
Drive and ride.
No, not the same meaning. Usually with drive, it's a car or a bus or a truck or a train. Ride is only used for animals, for horses, for bikes, right? For motorbikes. The idea is when you drive something, you're inside it. Drive. قيادة.
Okay.
لكن بالنسبة لي ride ديما مش داخل الشيء. يعني راكب الشيء ركوب. You get the idea? It's like a horse.
Okay.
When you ride a horse, you're on top of the horse. نفس الشيء. لاحظي كلهم متبعات نمط الهورس. يعني البايك, motorbike, all of them are like the horse. هذا ليش مشت نفس الفعل. Ride a bike, ride a motorbike, ride a horse. It's the same. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can leave the ones next time because it's a bit too late. So we can do this when we start in our next lesson. We can finish this. We can talk in our next lesson. We'll talk about imperatives, should and shouldn't. اللي هو الأوامر. Imperatives اللي هو الأفعال الأمر. How to. You shouldn't, for example, eat fat. You shouldn't smoke. Right? This is an example of imperative. Sorry, stop smoking هذا الimperative. You shouldn't تعتبر advice. So it's a nice lesson. We'll talk about health tomorrow. Okay? Not tomorrow, in our next lesson on Sunday. So thank you for your time. Have a good weekend and I'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank
you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.